Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome to the online session. Our today's topic is verbal participles and participial phrases and gerunds and gerund phrases from your grammar and language workbook. Please open page number 167 and later on 171 pages. A present participle is formed by adding into a verb. So by adding ing to a verb, it functions as the main verb in a verb phrase used with forms of be or as in adjective. So form be means is in or was in were. Examples. The lion was roaring, so present participle as main verb, which is indicated in red or highlighted in red. The roaring lion scared us, present participle as an adjective. So the first one is a present participle as the main verb, while in the second example, the roaring lion is an adjective, present participle, but it functions as in adjective. A past participle is usually formed by adding ed to a verb. It functions as the main verb in a verb phrase used with forms of have or as in adjective. Look at the example. The mystery had baffled the police. Past participle as the main verb. So baffled here is the main verb. The baffled police looked for clues. Past participle as an adjective. So in the second example, the baffled here it is used as an adjective. This past participle is an adjective, while in the first one as a main verb. Do not confuse the past participle with the past form of a verb. For example, look at these two examples. The drummer joined the band. So this join is the past form, simple past form. While in the second one, the drummer had joined the band. Here is past participle. A participial phrase is a group of words that includes a participle and other words that complete its meaning. It is used as an adjective. A participial phrase can appear before or after the word it describes. Place the phrase as close as possible to the modified word to avoid unclear meaning. So these two examples will show the difference between participial phrase as a participle and as an adjective. Growling furiously, the bear clawed at the bars of its cage. And number two, the insects mounted in this frame are part of a much larger collection. So you can see the first one with ing, growling furiously. So, and mounted in this frame, both highlighted in red. That participle phrase can appear before, like growling furiously, or after the word it describes, like the insect. In case of second example, the insect mounted in this form. Here, after the word, and in the first example, before the bear growling furiously. So it can happen. So it can come before the word or after the word. But you have to distinguish, and you have to get to know about the context. So then you will come to know which one is consist of participle phrase. Exercise number 1. Underline each participle. Write V for the verb or ADJ for the adjective in the blank to indicate its use in the sentence. The first example has been given in the book. The young campers had an exciting time. So exciting here is an adjective which comes before the noun time. Exciting time. Now exercise start from number 1 sentence. Mark Walker had invited Diego to join him and his parents on a wilderness trip. So invited is a verb, is a main verb. Sentence number 2. Diego had never camped before. So here also is a verb. Sentence number 3. Arriving at the campsite, everyone helped put up the tents. Here is an adjective. Sentence number 4. 2 pitched tents would be their homes for the next week. So now you can see here pitched tents. So tents is a noun, pitched is an adjective. Sentence number 5. Mr. Walker, inspecting their work, praised the boys for their efforts. So inspecting is an adjective. Sentence number 6. While the adults were preparing supper, the boys went for a hike. Preparing is a verb. Sentence number 7. The boys discovered a discarded set of antlers from a deer. So discarded is an adjective, discarded set. Because set is a noun, so discarded set, discarded is an adjective. Moving to the second topic, which is gerunds and gerund phrases. A gerund is a verb form that ends in ing and is used as a noun. Example, traveling can be pleasant or tedious. So gerund as subject. Traveling here is a gerund which ends with ing and it functions in this sentence as a noun. Really dreaded moving. So gerund as a direct object. So gerund can come as a direct object also. Really dreaded moving. So there is a verb, moving is in direct object. A gerund phrase is a group of words that includes a gerund and other words that complete its meaning. Again, a gerund phrase is a group of words that includes a gerund and other words that complete its meaning. So now coming to the second part of the gerund, which is gerund phrase. The first one is only gerund, which can comes at the beginning as a subject, and in the second example as a direct object. While now moving to the gerund phrase, which is a group of words. Assigning the chores took longer than expected. Gerund phrase as a subject. Now assigning chores is a group of words which includes gerund, which is the first word, assigning. Example number 2. The family enjoyed fishing in the bayou. Bayou is creek, is a body of water. Gerund phrase as a direct object. Now you can see the family enjoyed fishing in the bayou. Fishing in the bayou is a direct object. Is a gerund phrase as a direct object. Do not confuse gerunds with participles, which also end in ing. They are distinguished by their function in a sentence. So the difference would be like this one example. Freddy is coloring. Now participle is a main verb, coloring is a main verb which comes after verb be, which is. But in the second example you have to be careful. Maria thrived on the loving attention, participle as an adjective. Now here we already have thrived is the verb. Maria thrived on the loving attention. So loving here is a participle but as an adjective. You have to distinguish. This is a subtle differentiation and difference. But the context of the sentence itself will convey the message if you give the due attention. Crying is not always a sign of sadness. Gerund as a subject. Now again, like in the earlier example, crying is a gerund as subject. Exercise number 1. Underline each gerund or gerund phrase. Giggling uncontrollably is her way to show that she is nervous. Now here is gerund. The first one, giggling. That was the example being given in your book. Now start sentence from sentence number 1. Gregory tremendously enjoyed showing his dogs. Now showing his dog is a gerund phrase. Sentence number 2. Taking a long drive calms many people. So taking is a gerund. Sentence number 3. To buy the new bike, Eva began saving her money. Sentence number 4. Cleaning the bathroom is a chore that almost no one enjoys. Sentence number 5. Many people cannot stand waiting in long lines. Sentence number 6. Hoping for the best is a healthy practice. Sentence number 7. Walking is a good exercise. 8. The state championships involve competing for the grand prize. Number 9. Donating money to charity was the purpose of the car wash. So donating money is a gerund phrase. 10. Mena's father always liked encouraging the team. Encouraging the team is a gerund phrase. 11. Including others in games shows good sportsmanship. 12. Joining the Navy has been Kofi's dream since childhood. 13. Adding and subtracting are necessary in division problems. So usually you can find in these examples, in these sentences, that gerund consists of only one word with ing, and while gerund phrase is consist of more than one word. Homework. Dear student, please complete the following pages as your homework, which are related to the same topics. Pages 168, 169, 170 and 172. Thank you very much and have a nice day.